Hey guys, HD Polver bringing you my own replay again. This is the third replay I will be casting of my own ladder games. As I previously stated, I am just a lobby or a gold ranked player, so in the middle somewhere there. I'm spawning as the red Protoss, playing random as usual, and I'm playing against a random as well. So I don't know that he's Terran just yet. So what I did was I decided to send an early scout because I really did not want to face up against a 6 pool or something like that, because I was Protoss and 6 pool or even 10 pool or something that comes before I have my wall off, and my first Zealot is kinda devastating for at least in my experience. So I did decide to scout a bit earlier, and now I see that he is in fact Terran, and pretty quick to react here to my little harass here. The probe doing some damage to this supply depot, and now he decides to send his SCV right after the supply depot has finished. And the standard wall of here, this is the same build order I would usually use myself, but actually against a Protoss player I'm not sure if I would wall off, but he of course does not know that I am Protoss. Well, he knows now, but he didn't know when he set this supply depot down, so this was a standard choice for him, and he's going for the second barracks, and I did actually not see this. As you can see, I only see one Rex here, so I have no idea what he's going for, but he's obviously going for some kind of early aggression, and I'm just chrono boosting out my workers, and let's look at the income. We're actually dead even on workers. I'm one ahead at the moment, putting down my gas, and I'm trying to practice putting the pylon at a good location, and I think I can squeeze a building here and another one behind. If I was facing against a 6 pool or something like that, then I think I could squeeze in a building here. I'm not sure. Maybe I need to put the pylon even further back for that, because you don't want to face a Zerg and he just bane busts you if you don't have a good enough wall, and one Zealot will not do. And he is just massing out some Marines at the moment, and as you can see, I'm pulling ahead, way ahead in terms of harvesters, but these mules are so damn impa. They are equal of like 6 probes or something, so he's actually equally. As you can see, as soon as he has that mule, he's spiking ahead of me in terms of income, despite me having 6 more SCVs or probes than he does. So we see here I'm going to Forkgate, and I think Forkgate is a decent tactic versus a Terran player. Actually, when I think back, the Forkgate is probably the best reaction to this 3 barracks aggression, and as well, if someone is Forkgating you and you're a Terran, you need to put down 3 racks, and he's even putting down the 4th, so I might be in a bit of a trouble here. But as we go along, he is scanning my base and checking what the hell I'm doing, because I did watch myself, and I did only put these 3 gateways down after I killed the SCV, because you never want to let the enemy know that you are forgetting or something like that. But the scan really didn't mean much to him. He just moving out with 8, 9, 10 with 13 Marines here, and putting down a bunker, as you can see. But I did quickly chrono burst out this sentry, and I hope that will perhaps save the day for me. But I think he doesn't have another SCV, so this will burn down. Lucky for me, at the moment, but I see here that I'm no match for all these marines here, and I see that there's I might be in a bit of a trouble here, so I pull every probe I have off the mineral line to battle these mass marines, and he of course tries to take advantage and kill as many probes as he actually can. And I think I lost about maybe 4 or 5 probes, and here I keep trying to do some damage, but he is out massing me at the moment, and I will probably lose. No, I'm going to save this Zealot just barely, but he did power off my cybernetics and my gateway. But even though the cybernetics is powered off, it does I'm still allowed to make stalkers, and he does scan yet again, and now I'm in even more of trouble, and lucky for me he did back off there. If he would have pushed in with this army, I would probably and most surely be dead by now. But he is pushing down now right when my pylons go up and I'm not supply blocked anymore, and now I need to use those force fields, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm using the force field as best I can to stay alive here, and as soon as I had these sentries I knew I would be safe in my one base with this barracks aggression. But the mistake he's doing, he's just keeping up, he's just doing as much aggression as he can, and when he saw these sentries he really cannot be aggressive anymore. He needs medevacs or something like that, but he's putting down yet another Rex, and there's no way he can penetrate my one base with these sentries. But eventually, and I think his plan was just to keep me on one base while he probably expands, but I'm not seeing an expansion at the moment. But I think that might have been his idea. As you can see, my average APM nearing a 100 at the moment, and he has 63, and that's really what's keeping me in this game. That's that I have a bit more micro than he does. And let's look at the production. We see that Stim's coming up for him, and Stim is probably very vital, and he did actually make the right decision, because 4 gate, or at least well 5 gate at the moment, but Bioball or Marauder Marine is so effective against Stalkers and just gateway units in general. So what I thought was I really need to use the force fields and my Zealots together combined with good force field location. And now he's actually going to lose even more units trying to push up this ramp. He's trying to push up the ramp when I am not paying attention, but as you can see, just some foolish waste of energy from the sentries here. But I was panicking a bit, and as you can see, I'm not using the chrono boost as well as I could, and now I'm waiting for the so I have enough gas to research charts, because I really need charts. When Zealots can do damage, they do more damage DPS than the Stalkers, but overall the Stalkers have more DPS because they hit more often. But in terms of raw DPS, Zealots have a bit more, and with good force field placement I would be able to use them effective, and with this charts of course. Now as you can see, if you look at the army, I am way ahead of the Terran player, and I do decide to move out, and he does wisely stim up here, and I think he is focusing down my sentries. But while doing so, my Zealots did manage to do a lot of damage, and I think I will back off here pretty soon, because I don't have charts just yet. Let's look at the production, how long. Yeah, it's almost, yeah, it's halfway done about now, and I'm just keep making some Zealots, because Zealots are great tanks versus Bioball, and they will do a lot for me. I'm actually getting, as you can see, Dark Shrine here, and what I thought is because I scouted this expansion here, or this command center going down, and I thought that I had to do some economic damage to the Terran player because he was just keeping me contained in my one base, and one base Protoss versus two base Terran, it's just not gonna do. And so I decided to do something desperate and get Dark Shrine up, and he's actually not using his energy on the orbital that much, so that's going to come in handy when the Dark Templars do spawn. But no orbital at the expansion, and he's just keep pumping Marines and Marauders, and I actually think that by this time here he's doing a great mistake. He needs a factory, he needs Medevacs, or else he will not be able to do much. He really needs Medevacs, that's probably his biggest fault, but as you can see, I'm just not macroing as I should. I have full chrono boost here on this building, and I should be chrono boosting out these warp gates here. But he's going to engage me, and I have 3 Dark Templars. Too bad they don't benefit from the charge upgrade, but they will one-shot the Marines, or almost. And as you can see, I'm just moving out. I'm just not going to let him kite. Well, I'm going to let him kite a bit, but the charge is really helping me out. I think he does spot that I had some Dark Templars, and he's scanning to take them out, but one scan going to waste there because he did not take any of the Dark Templars out, and they do serious damage to this ball here. I'm actually sending reinforcement from the north, and they're going to encounter these Marauders here, and I actually did a bit of a mistake. I just told them to come to my army but not attack, but I really needed them to attack because they are facing this army here. But as you can see, the Dark Templar is just working these Marauders and and Marines, and now I'm probably in a clear lead. Let's look at the army here. 81 foot over 44, but he is getting some saturation at his natural, trying to get one bunker, 2 missile turrets for detection, and another bunker. He's going to need those bunkers, but I'm going to move out. I did kill the main force he had, and he's just not going to be able to deal with all these stalkers and sentries, and he does in fact GG out of this. I really like when players see that there's no way to come back, but he could have tried to bunker a bit here and made some more army and tried to stall this as he could, but he did not do that, so I thank him for that. And I do GG to Aorian. He was a decent player. I did look him up. He is like somewhere in the Platinum League. So there's Blizzard just putting me against Platinum and Diamond all the time, so I'm hoping to get promoted into either anytime soon. But thanks for watching. This is HD Polar Bear signing out.